All right, in as much as the government is really not favoring everybody, people are complaining of the insecurity, the hardship, and the difficult times that people are passing through in the country. I think that really does not give anybody right to bully or to defame anybody online on social media. People have been calling the families of the president and SEYI Tinubu, including the First Lady, on social media. Well, this is not a different case. Anyways, uh, this group of persons has called out SEYI Tinubu and claims that he has threatened them. Meanwhile, SEYI Tinubu, on his own part, has come out to deny this allegation. I'd like you to take your time and watch this video to the end and pass your own judgment respectively on the comment sections. I'll be right back.
Speaking about moral character, SEYI Tinubu, the son of President Bola Tinubu, has debunked allegations made by the newly elected president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, Comrade Atiku Abubakar Issa. The student leader had accused him of leading thugs to disrupt the NANS inauguration in Abuja and threatening his life. In a phone interview, Issa alleged that SEYI Tinubu tried to stop the inauguration by surrounding the venue with armed men and locking down the premises. But now in a official post on Instagram, SEYI Tinubu has dismissed the claims as false and defamatory, saying enough is enough with these fake stories. He also shared a screenshot of the report, labeling it as fake news. Meanwhile, the Christian Association of Nigeria has now condemned media blackmail, the media blackmail targeting SEYI Tinubu, the son of the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In a statement, CAN's Northern Chairman, Reverend John Joseph Hayab, urged responsible journalism and cautioned against spreading unverified information. He emphasized that SEYI Tinubu should not be targeted due to his father's position and called for ethical standards in media practices to avoid character assassination. You know, SEYI Tinubu is someone that is very active on social media. You know, obviously he's the president's son, but I feel like a lot of times, this story, by the way, was investigated. And according to several news sources and witnesses at the venue, they say there was no disruption at the Wells Carlton where the event happened in Abuja. Witnesses also went on to say that they didn't have any feeling of his presence or presence of thugs anywhere. So it then begs the question for the NANS chairman, where is this feeling of insecurity coming from? Or is this just another social media attack at SEYI Tinubu, which could be for several reasons? A lot of people have spoken about his lifestyle, his personal lifestyle, sometimes using state resources for personal gain. But these are separate issues. Allegations of harassment and defamation of character, separate issues as well. Should they be joined together?
No. Defamation, it's a very serious matter.
Yes.
Now, every citizen, every human being has a right under the laws of Nigeria to protect their reputation, to protect their brand, their integrity. No other person has a right to tarnish, impugn the reputation of the other person.
Yes.
And that's why we say, one, that your right stops where mine begins. There's no overlap. Two, that there are no absolute rights. Three, that the criminal code of Nigeria recognizes things like libel, slander, or the general framework of defamation. Now, if you like, you go and defame people, those people have the right to challenge you. So SEYI Tinubu has every right to protest, to say, look, I've been lied against, fake stories have been written about me, and I've been defamed, and my reputation has been impugned. In this particular case, he's saying that he did not disrupt NANS, was it a general meeting or some convention. Kind of convention, you know, and then one of the factional leaders of the National Association of Nigerian Students is saying that SEYI Tinubu tried to kill him. Now, when you make such allegations, you have to prove.
Yes.
You can't just make allegations against people. But we're in the age of social media where all kinds of demented, poorly educated, badly brought up, idiotic village idiots, you know, just write what they like about other people. But because in Nigeria, people will say, well, if you go to court now, the matter will go will be in court for a very long time, and there will always be enough ambulance lawyers who will say, let us go and try our luck, let us go and try our luck. But what people must realize, that your access to a platform does not give you the right to tarnish other people's image, except you have proof, justification. That is what is called defense of truth, or fair comment, or absence of malice. But you cannot just say, oh, this person is this and that, when you don't have proof. That's number one. As for the people say, SEYI Tinubu, what did you say now? He's using privilege
and all that. Personal life.
I don't think it's a sin to be the son of the president.
Yeah.
I've criticized the same SEYI Tinubu before, when he tried to upstage the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Since that time, they've not done it again. In fact, his father asked him to leave council meeting subsequently after that controversy, so that we just draw the lines. You can be the son, you can be a citizen and do your things. But that does not mean that because you are a child of privilege and because of your circumstances, other people will come and discriminate against you. No, I will not agree to that. Now, as for Reverend Ayab, right?
Yes.
Reverend Joseph Ayab, who is the head of the Christian Association of Nigeria. Well, I mean, he also has his right to express opinions. But please, can we separate church from politics? Because Reverend Ayab, speaking for all the 19 branches of the Christian Association of Nigeria, defending the son of the president, SEYI Tinubu, and giving lectures to the media. He doesn't have serious work to do.
That's what I was about to say.
What is his bona fide in this matter? No, what is his locus? That is the one now issuing statement and saying Khan of Northern Nigeria is defending SEYI Tinubu. They don't have more serious things to attend to.
In the north, especially.
In the north, killings in Plateau, killings in Borno. Ayab is carrying placard and saying, well, journalists and media houses should desist from publishing fake information, and this is how journalism should be practiced, while he has the right to express opinion. He should also, he and his members in Christian Association of Nigeria, they should focus on more important things. What has Khan in Northern Nigeria, what has he said about persecution of persons, Christians, in the north? What has Khan, Northern Nigeria, led by Reverend Ayab, what has he said about the passing of the People's Pope? What has he said about more important things? They are jumping into politics and saying, we are defending SEYI Tinubu. They should know their limits and stay within the boundaries of decorum.
Within the boundaries of decorum, I love that. Thembai.
Well, very quickly, I think that it's really sad that we've gotten to a time, especially here, it's a global phenomenon, but I'll speak on our context here, that if we feel that we have a report to make, or we suspect some type of injustice, or, whatever, if we have an allegation to lay on someone, that unfortunately the first place we run to is the media, as opposed to the channels, the correct channels. We can advocate for people to send their petitions through the appropriate channels if they have allegations to make against anybody. But we all know that that process in itself has its nuances and peculiarities.
Yes,
that's why I say it's a sad day, because under normal circumstances, we should be able to tell this president of NANS that if he has a grievance or a suspicion or an accusation against somebody, he needs to go and lay it through and put that petition through the formal channels, the proper channels. But we know that that in itself is a question mark process. However, the issue of is it factionalism within NANS? Listen, if we now have factionalism at PDP, APC, it's now coming down to NANS as well, then we really have a serious problem. Because student leadership is supposed to, to be driving, it's supposed to be the heartbeat of where our political movement is going. So if he has a grievance with SEYI Tinubu, I believe he should go and lay his complaint in the appropriate places.
A lot of people capitalize on social media because, like you rightly said, Dr. Abati, there are people who are just waiting to prey on the information, capitalize on it. So they're targeting those people who will not do the research, who will not ask questions, and will just take it as law and fact. And that's why that's not advisable. Let's take another story.